In our series, A More Perfect Union, we aim to show that what unites us as Americans is far greater than what divides us. Just 1.3% of farmers in this country are black. Did you know that? Over the last century, America's black farmers have lost more than 90% of their land because of systemic discrimination and a cycle of debt. CBS This Morning Saturday co-host Michelle Miller recently visited a farm in upstate New York. That's at the crossroads of racial equity and climate change.
So this is a family business.
Family business. Family business. Family business.
Sisters Ashanti and Kadisha Williams come from a long line of American farmers who've stewarded land in the U.S. for more than 100 years, but have never owned it.
Our relationship to the land started way before chattel slavery. Not just slaves, but like sharecroppers, and the way that we have had access to land has always been exploitive. Yeah. We want to change that. We want people to reconnect.
To own it.
To own it.
Now they're creating a community of farmers called the Black Yard Farm.
So we're just sitting. Backyard. Yeah, not the backyard, the black yard.
The Williams sisters recently moved from the Bronx to this 95-acre farm in Sloansville, New York, where Ashanti is in charge of livestock, and errands include picking up 3-day-old turkeys at the local post office. Kadisha will run the vegetable operation, all in a sustainable way that helps mitigate the effects of climate change.
It comes down to lessening the carbon footprint in terms of where our food comes from and where it goes to.
Even the baby turkeys will do their part.
We're going to graze them. We'll put them out on pasture, so they'll be fertilizing the soil.
A nonprofit committed to food sovereignty helped arrange use of the land for 2 years, at which point the farmers hope to own it.
So the idea is that throughout the 95 acres, as we expand and grow as a family, as a family, as you said, we'll bring in new farmers. The idea is they'll apprentice with us.
Incubator program.
And then they'll incubate, So incubation is, I've gone through an apprenticeship, I've learned how to do my own business. Here's 10 acres. Here's some startup funds.
Sounds like one-stop shop for how to create a black farmer.
That's the idea.
At the end of the day, if you own your own land, then you have the capacity to create wealth and to preserve wealth.
One of our first charges.
Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack wants to close the gap between white farmers and socially disadvantaged farmers.
The 8 years of the Obama administration were focused on trying to respond specifically to specific acts of discrimination. And so we had a variety of settlements of class action cases against the Department of Agriculture. And in that process, one of the things we learned was that the Farm Service Agency offices in the past made it more difficult for some socially disadvantaged producers to access credit, or when they access credit, it was late in the growing season, or it was at a higher interest rate. So it's a systemic issue.
President Biden's coronavirus relief program aims to fix these inequities by providing an estimated $5 billion in aid and debt relief to farmers of color. This is your second stint as Agricultural Secretary. There are those who say you didn't do enough under the Obama administration to help black farmers who've been systematically marginalized or discriminated against.
Well, I don't think you ever do enough. But I think I'm proud of the work we did do. We also expanded the number of black farmers that received loans. We inserted minority members in those county committees so people got a fair shake on appeals. It's a steady march.
Armed with the opportunity of a lifetime, the Williams sisters are working to regenerate their land, along with the lives of those committed to preserving it.
We'll connect with the land in a way that helps us see that we belong here and we can treat the planet in a way that makes it so we can stay here.
For CBS This Morning, Michelle Miller, Sloansville, New York.
Aww.
Very cool what the Williams sisters are doing. And after seeing those little baby turkeys, I have a whole different view of Thanksgiving, I have to say.
Uh-oh, what does that mean?
No, they're very cute. Yeah, well, ham's not bad.
What do they call the tofu turkey? A tofurkey, right?
Yeah, a tofurkey.
Yeah,
right. But listen, it's a whole different world, but I love the commitment that the Williams sisters have and the passion and the talent that they're doing.
That's hard work.
Very nice.
That's hard work.